Post-pandemic, with so many people wanting workplace flexibility, I'm finding that the companies that really offer something like this are promoting it from the get-go. They know it's a perk, they know it's a benefit people want. So if they really have this kind of thing, they're going to talk about it in the first or second interview. If you get all the way to the final interview and this has not been brought up, I would argue that they've got set hours and they're expecting you to, go in on those hours, and you're not going to have that flexibility. What I would not do is wait until the offer stage and then push this back on them, because that'll feel like a curveball. It'll feel a little bit manipulative. So when you get to the final interview, when you know that you're near the end and it's your turn to ask, questions, this is when I would say, I noticed we haven't talked much about flexibility. Is there flexibility in start and stop times, for example? Is there a way to work 4 days a week, longer hours, and take a fifth day off? What's the company's policy on that? That's when you can get a sense. You're not, you're being very, open-ended. You're not saying it's a deal breaker for you, but you're getting to the bottom of it. And that's when they're going to tell you the truth, and you'll know for sure. Now, I will warn you that when you ask that question, if they absolutely do not want anything like that, they want you there 5 days a week, they're not only going to make it known, but that'll factor into their final decision of who to make the offer to. But I would argue that's okay, because this is important to you and you want to ask that question. So if they don't pick you, then you weren't going to want the job anyways, because it wasn't going to offer flexibility. So just something to think about as you go through the motions. Great question. By the way, TikTok, you're bringing your A game. As a career coach, I want to get on here and answer these type of complex questions, give you something to think about so that you can make an informed decision. Far too often people are not asking the right people how to handle this, right? Your friends, your family, they don't come from HR and recruiting. They don't have 20 years of career coaching background. So just be careful where you get your advice. This is why I love answering questions like this, which leads to my last point. Please keep the questions coming. I want to be able to serve you as much as possible on this app. So keep the great stuff coming just like this. Good luck and go get them.